welcome to Dementia Talks. Today's another short one, keep it under 10 minutes. Wanted to spend a little time this morning answering a question, and it's a question that keeps coming up, so maybe it's time I come back to it. Obviously, the name Dementia Talks speaks for itself. That's why I've rebranded the YouTube videos channel and also the podcast, but I maintain Wandering Light as our website. And the reason, there's a couple reasons that I have decided to do that. I could change, and I actually have own the rights to dementiatalks.net, and sooner or later, if I can get the technology working right, we'll get that link. So if you type in dementiatalks.net, it will take you to Wandering Light. But beyond that, there is a reason for the name, and I wanted to emphasize it. First off, I've joked about the reason for the name being that people with advanced, particularly Lewy body dementia or dementias, different dementias, tend to wander as they get older. There is a risk of wandering off. Actually, it's one of the reasons that I have Patsy as a service dog. She's being trained to take me home on command, and no matter how far away we are from in our neighborhood, Christy routinely drops me off at different points within our neighborhood, and then I challenge Patsy to take me home. Sometimes it works, sometimes we get to the corner at the end of our street, and then the corner gives her a challenge, and she's not quite sure which way to go at that corner. Once she actually went up into a neighbor's house and led me to a neighbor's house and barked at their front door, I think asking for help. But again, it's about being prepared for what's coming. The other part about wandering is about being present. And we talk about where our minds go. In many times when we are in our normal state, not with dementia, you have a lot of things on your mind, right? You've got, what am I going to do for dinner? What am I going to do tonight? Well, where do I have to be? You know, all the things that life brings upon us. But the problem with that is we're not present. Ask yourself, what did the coffee smell like the last time I made coffee? When you set it up. The coffee has a very distinctive aroma. When you open that can and you start scooping in the scoops, have you stopped to realize the smell that comes with it, the aroma in what it brings to you? Well, what ideas and memories does it bring to you? That's what I want to talk about, because here's the bottom line. If you know where your heart is, when you're wandering, when your mind wanders, that's where the rest of you wants to be. I'll say it another way. If your mind is wandering, right, ask yourself, where is it wandering to, right? Is it going to your heart's desire? Or if your mind is wandering, is it allowing you to be in the present, right? Those are big differences, right? I'm probably not expressing it as well as I should, but I do know that if I allow my mind to be free of all the other things that I have to do, that if I give it the freedom to take in the moisture in the air. Here in Indiana, and this summer seems like the air is like in Florida. It's heavy laden with moisture. Our humidity is like 85 to 90%, and of course the heat's rising. But when I walk out in the morning to take Patsy for a walk, I can either just skip by the humidity, or I can take it in and feel the morning dew as it's in the air. And I can appreciate looking at the dew that's accumulated on the plants, and where even little things like where the street is dry and where it's wet, because the shade of the tree of even in the early morning sun has kept it wet. There are so many things if you stay in the present. If you look at things, and this is another little trick that's called the artist's eye. If you look at things as if you wanted to take a photograph of it, or draw a picture of it, or paint it, you can start looking at the smaller things, the things that really matter in life, the things that are important. Do the same thing with your family, your loved ones. Do the same things with the food you prepare. Take in the smells, take in the rich aromas that come out of the spices when you open them. Don't just take spices and sprinkle it on because that's what the recipe says. Smell it. Think about how that's going to taste in your food, right? There's just, I'm obviously struggling for words as part of what dementia does to me, but it's also because this is a very hard topic to convey. But at the bottom line, remember that where your mind wanders is where your heart is, right? Ask yourself, is it in the right place? Is it where you want it to be? And yes, all of our minds go to other things and worries of the day, but the more you cast off those worries, the more you cast off those other concerns, and the more, if you allow it to wander, being drawn to the things that are in the present, the happier and healthier you'll be. I told you I will keep it short. This is Ted from Dementia Talks, and of course Wandering Light, signing off for today. I hope you can find some wisdom in what I was just talking about, and more importantly, I hope you can apply it to your life to have a positive day. This is Ted. Thank you. I'll talk to you again.